When in high school, every Talmud is faced with a very challenging decision. Where should I attend yeshiva in Eretz Yisrael? Each and every yeshiva has its own strengths and special standout qualities. Mevaseret shines the brightest with its rebbeim and staff, le'ela u'le'ela. Thank you for inspiring us to greatness. There are no words to fully capture our gratitude, but here's what we can say.
Thank you to Rav Nachli for really always being there for me. Rav Nachli was one of the only Rebbeim that supported me going to the Mir next year. Thank you for everything that all the Rebbeim do for us, but Nachli in particular, just an unbelievable mashpia during Seder and always pushing the guys to be their best. So shkach.
Thank you so much, Rav Nachli, for everything. Whenever you needed a place to stay for Shabbos or someone you needed to talk to, you're always there to keep things light. By far, out of any of the Rebbeim, you have the greatest palate, because of the Tchina hummus business that you always bring, and you always muffin stuff. And thank you so much, Rav Nachli.
Rav was relaying a message from Gemara that one of yours is better than 9 of somebody else's. So we looked at Rav Sha'arei, is like, let's use Rav Sha'arei's wallet as an example. I'd rather have one of my wallets than 9 of Rav Sha'arei's wallets. Rav Sha'arei's like, well, how is that fair? You're a doctor, I'm just a Rebbe. So Apple responded saying, my American doctor wallet's back in America, but I'm on an Israeli wallet now. So one day I wish to be Zoche to have an American wallet back in America, but Zoche to be living in Israel on an Israeli wallet as well.
Once I heard that Rav was coming to Mevaseret, I knew that was going to be the right choice for me. Whatever we need, we could ask advice. He's always available just to answer the phone, to ask a Gemara question, really to ask anything you want. He's always there. Rav, thank you so much.
From the moment I sat down with Rav Berg in my interview, I knew like this was gonna be my Rebbe, this is gonna be my kesher, because he meant so much to me that he would take his time, sit down with me. Later in the year, he texted me after I made a Tzion, and that meant a lot to me. Rav Berg is someone that I want my Rebbe to be for life, because everything he says, everything he does, I admire and I appreciate. Rav Berg, thank you for being my Rebbe.
No matter how busy Rav Berg is, he always seems to make time for us to lead him. I remember I was struggling with something, and Rav Berg came up to me and saw I was down, and he said, imagine you're in the pit, I'm right there in the pit with you. And that changed my whole outlook, since I knew that I wasn't alone, not a Rebbe behind me, pushing me to be my best self, who really believed in me.
So I have the privilege of being in Rav Elberger's morning Seder and his night Seder. And there are some inside jokes in between each shiur. But when one of the jokes gets mentioned, let's say a morning Seder joke gets mentioned a night Seder, Rebbe will look at me and be like, oh, you know what's going on, right? And I'll be like, yeah, I know what's going on. I think it's great how you push every single one of us and care for every single one of us, and you help us grow. And it really, I've seen notice and changes in myself and everyone around me. I just want to thank you, Rebbe, for helping us get to where we need to get to.
Walking into this yeshiva and everyone coming to me and asking, what morning shiur I'm in. I remember telling them I've got this random Rebbe named Rav Elberger, and everyone was like, whoa. Like, you were so lucky. As soon as we start talking, I just feel this warmth and this uniqueness from someone who I could really look up to as a father figure. Thank you so much, Rebbe, for everything you've done for me and for the whole shia and the whole yeshiva. We love you.
Rabbi Yedidia, there's so much I could thank you for. Being the most personal Rebbe I have, being so close and connected, just being an ultimate gadol in Talmud Chacham, and just being the most genuine person I know. First day in yeshiva, we're sitting down. Everyone's heard a lot about Rabbi Yedidia. Oh, it's Talmud Chacham, yes. We sit down, doesn't even open the Gemara, starts reading the first daf of the Gemara. There's no connection that you can have with a Rebbe like Rabbi Yedidia. He's the best guy ever. I thank you so much for the connection we have this year, and I hope that we can foster it the rest of our lives.
Rabbi Berzon, not only do I appreciate you for helping me get through the pain of yeshiva food with your countless supply of proteins, ribeye, sirloins, ribs, and the whole 9 yards, but I also have tremendous hakaras hatov for all you've done, all your sacrifice to rebuild this yeshiva to the tremendous place it is today, which for the last 2 years I've studied, grown, and been a part of, and loved every moment.
It's also learning with Yonatan, or it's a pleasure learning with him. Although he is Israeli, so he likes to go on 3x speed with the Hebrew. Yeah, I'm listening, but I'm not really listening. But He's an amazing madrich, and it's supposed to have him as a chavrusa. Thank you for being in yeshiva, and thank you for being my chavrusa, and you're awesome.
Ryback is one of the funniest people I know, and a quick fact about Ryback is that he has never buttoned the top button in a shirt, ever. I give him a bracha that he should continue to be the man that he is, and he should find a nice girl, hence the freezer.
Ben was introducing the Meishes and pointed to this guy who looked pretty familiar to me. And he's like, this is one of our Rebbeim this year. That's when I really understood like what a Rebbe could be. A Rebbe could be a friend. I just want to thank you so much for opening your house on Purim to everyone. I'm so lucky to have you. Thank you, Rav Eliezer Ryback.
First time I met Reuven was in the hallways of Frisch, and I went over and I said, "Hi, Reuven," the Rebbe that would always be there for you in Torah and also everything else. Thank you so much, Rebbe.
Reuven, from the first time we met, from my interview, and throughout the whole entire summer, and then up until the first day of yeshiva, I knew we would get along pretty well. You're already making jokes about me, like that I would go around during davening, saying hi to everyone, giving hugs to everyone, or even making fun of my sleeve size. It's good to know that I have a Rebbe who could always speak to about anything, so thank you.
Danielle's always helping us push ourselves to the max, always helping us reach our highest potential. Danielle always makes sure we learn from our past mistakes. Remember at the beginning of the year, I was just ordering Gemara, so I got the Vilna Shas, I thought, whatever. Now, Danielle always makes sure that he knows that I should get the Oz Bahadur next time, always pointing out which, commentaries I don't have in my Gemara, always coming over to Tzion, Tzion. No, of course I don't have Rebbe. Danielle's always making sure I know for next year to get the Oz Bahadur. Thank you so much, Rebbe.
Danielle really cares about every student. He taught us all some Yiddish, so we don't look like Harrys when we go to the mirror in the future. You guys really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Rebbe, for being there for every step of the way. I really, really appreciate it.
Hey, Valji, what's up? Thank you for everything that you've done for me this entire year. It's been awesome so far. Always love when Shmuel comes to the basketball games and he decides to start watering the flowers. Thank you for being an awesome rabbi.
Hey, Valji. It was a sick time after Shabbos where we did skits with the whole yeshiva under Bloom's in Shabbos, and we went to your house after the skits just to chill. We had some chillin', and it was just a sick time bonding with you. Thanks, Rav.
Oh my God! Ivano's family, they're like a family with us in Mavs. They're one with us. They come to Yeshiva for Shabbos and they have fun with us. They enjoy Shabbos here. At least that's what we know. Thank you so much, Ivano. We really appreciate you. Everyone in Yeshiva knows you and loves you.
Over the last 2 years, I've had the honor of having with Arnold as my Rebbe. One of the best memories I have with him, last year, Pesach, we had an amazing Seder, or second night. We had about 20 guys over at Arnold's house, and him together with his son, they led a Seder for us, and it was an amazing experience and a lot of fun. Probably one of the best Seder I've ever had. Arnold, I'd like to thank you for giving us an amazing year.
Thank you, Rav Shaiki, for everything you do for this year. What am I talking about again?
Advisor.
Advisor? Oh, I love you, Rebbe. Really? And no, I'm not. You know what I'm talking about? Let's talk about Rav Shaiki, though. Rav Shaiki, there's just one thing I need to say, Rebbe. As a word of advice, I'm very concerned. Rebbe has, I think, about 30 years worth of cards in his pocket, walking around. Rebbe, I love you, but really, I think we can work on this together. Thank you so much, Rebbe.
Alright, so who am I speaking about?
Rav Shaiki.
Yes. I love Rav Shaiki. He's my favorite morning.
Nah, actually, do Advisor.
Alright. So, actually one day he came up to me, he said, he starts slapping me like the usual on the back, kind of hurts, but you gotta man up. And he's like, Dres, why does your back feel so weird? When he's reading the Gemara, I don't even hear what he's saying. He's just running through it like, like, Rebbe, did you read the Gemara? Like, no. And then he's like, well, this is germane to the Tachlis, and we're like, okay, we don't know what the Gemara's talking about, so I guess that works, but it's a lot of fun.
So many things to say about our advisor. He really cares for every single Talmud. I think at least once a month, something like that, he'll come up to you and ask you, wants to talk with you, wants to see what you're going to do next year, or what's your plans. Like, he really has a kesher with every single one of his Talmidim. So I appreciate you so much for everything. you did for me this year, and I'll never forget it.
Alicia Bauman. At first, things started off rocky. You know, our first couple of Sha'arei Chavrusas, we didn't talk at all, basically. You were probably one of the closest Sha'arei guys that I am closest to. Baruch Hashem, I'm very thankful for everything that our relationship I've gained and that B'ezrat Hashem you've gained too.
I want to say thank you to my amazing chavrusa, Alicia. I didn't really know him so well last year, but I was zocheh to have him as a chavrusa this year. Alicia hates materialism. He's all spiritual, he's all spirituality, you don't need anything in this world. So I decided to get him a diamond-encrusted Rolex. And since I got it for him, he wears it every day. He changed his whole philosophy. Now all he wants to do is make money. He doesn't care about spirituality anymore. Even though he switched up this much, I still think he's an amazing guy and I love him. Thank you, Alicia.
What I remember about Zaidi is my first day in yeshiva. I was coming into the base, all worried, like, oh, I don't know, but I'd be ready to actually get into learning. And all of a sudden, I saw Zaidi, and he just comes in, he's just cracking jokes, throwing in Yiddish words that nobody understands, and he really helped me feel comfortable from day one in yeshiva.
Zaidi Burzon, thank you so much for coming every day. Really a big inspiration. Tuesday Muffin Day. Handing out muffins to Zaidi. It's always the best. It doesn't really matter where you are, how old you are, you can still be grinding the base. And thank you, Zaidi.
Wengland, where do I start with Bro Wengland? He is one of the most enthusiastic, motivated Rebbeim in this yeshiva, without a doubt in my mind. And maybe really opened my neshama to what being a Jew really is. And I don't know where I'd really be without Rav Wengland. I want to thank Rav Wengland from the bottom of my heart. Everything that he's done for me is everything's done for the shir and everything's done for the yeshiva. Thank you, Rav Wengland.
I remember the first day walking into that shir room. I was like, what is going on? And then he said, yeah, we're just gonna teach you how to learn. And I remember hearing those words and I was like, this is no way gonna be exactly what I think it is. And he goes, yeah, none of you guys know how to read a single word in the Gemara. Thank you so much, and I appreciate everything you do for me.
Nachumus, you're a role model. We love you, Nachumus. We all look up to you, even though we can laugh with you and be good friends with you. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us this year. Thank you, Nachumus.
Thank you, Rav Vogel, for always being there and share. Whenever me or my person have a shaila, he's always there to help, giving us a reasonable answer that we can understand. Great to have him in our share.
First time I met Rav Vogel, I remember greeting him with such a warmth, with such a big smile, and he walks around the halls of yeshiva every day with just a smile, smiling all the time, a massive smile on his face. I don't think I've ever seen him not smile. He makes sure he's there for every Talmud and every individual for themselves, how they can become a better person.
It's very rare to find a Rebbe with the amount of positivity and sensitivity that Rav Bloom has. Every day I see him walk into shir with a smile on his face, and you can tell how excited he is to teach us that day. One of the fondest memories I have from our shir is our shir basketball game, where I actually lent Rebbe my sneakers and they came back wetter than the Yam Suf. But other than that, you're an amazing Rebbe. Thank you so much, and we really do appreciate you.
Rav Bloom, thank you so much for caring and not giving up on myself and everyone in and out of the shir. You're always so invested in your learning and in everyone else. I have the privilege to learn with you one-on-one. And it's always an amazing time. Thank you so much for everything you do.
What's up, Shmar? It's me, your Night Seder Chavrusa. Remember me? Remember when we used to do Night Seder? That was a fun time, right? The first night I met you, you came in like 2 weeks late to yeshiva, obviously. Whatever we set out to learn, we learned. And whatever we set out to bottle, we did 100-fold of bottle. I'm really glad I got a Shana Gimel and not a Shana Bet Chavrusa. Thank you.
Yahoo! Thank you so much for being probably the most reliable guy I know in campus. You're very funny. You're a sweet guy. You always got a smile, and I really respect you. Do what you want to do, and you always do it right. And you always you really care. You do everything, and you're straight up an inspiration. Thank you so much, Shmar.
What if I told you Steiners gives over the craziest tours in the yeshiva, from phenomenal Gemaras to Ratshas to Gehenim forming below Yitzchak, to Esau really being Yisrael, and Shlomo HaMelech capturing Shadim. Steiners is really a unique Rebbe. I mean, who else takes their Talmidim demon slaying? Aside from the humor and thrill that Steiners gives his shiurim over with, I want to thank Rebbe for always being there for me and the Talmidim, literally 24/7, and giving over advice that helps us grow in our Avodas Hashem. Hopefully this video only takes one take, because as our Steiners likes to say, only the first shot is free. I'm Maven Yov.
Last year I was zocheh to have a chavrosa with me and Rav Steinitz.
which mamish literally changed my whole view of Judaism. It was actually amazing. It really helped me. I love that Rosh Steiners has become a part of me throughout these 2 years, and also a part of my family. Mamish means a lot to me.
Safer, I know that you don't like to get emotional with it, but I can't help but express my emotions and say thank you so much for the whole year. Really, you are an amazing Gemara teacher, but an even better Rebbe. If I've learned one thing, is that it's always a machlokes and mitzias.
Sefer, Rebbe, your dedication and your enthusiasm that you bring every single day is unbelievable, and for that I thank you. For pumping me up, always telling me, you're gonna be big, and also Rebbe made me big. I'm a Yomi millionaire, all because Rebbe convinced me to be a part of Yomi. So I thank Rebbe for that, and thank you, Rebbe, for everything that you do for the yeshiva as a whole in terms of booking all the smooth digs. It's amazing. So thank you so much, Rebbe, for everything.
Going to take care of the situation. Gotta make sure the digs are smooth. Okay.
I remember the first time walking into Shiloh's Vod, and I really wasn't sure what to expect. I was kind of nervous, like we're just gonna sit there awkwardly. And right when I opened the door and Shiloh greeted us, you were able to feel the warmth, and it was so amazing. And just sitting down on the couch and just hearing him talk, it just felt very just amazing. And you have someone that's not really part of the yeshiva who is there to talk to you, and it's just really amazing to have you. Thank you, Shiloh.
Shiloh, my Rebbe. It's a pleasure, and I look forward to every day walking the base and seeing a smile on your face. I cannot imagine going to the base a different way. You looking at me, give me a wink, and it really puts a smile on my face and allows me to have an awesome day. From the Vod chills to the l'chaims to the food. It's a true honor to call myself a Talmud of Rav Shiloh. Thank you so much, Shiloh.
Rav Kabesa, one of my favorite memories was when you walked into Shir with your big smile, but you also had a big cardboard box next to you. And as I got close to the box, it started to shake. And next thing you know, there was a chicken inside. And on that day, you decided to teach us how to do a kosher shlita. You are a rabbi with many other skills and who is happy to teach his students. Thank you.
I personally like to thank Rav Kabesa, the man of many talents, from shechting to conditioning to plumbing. Rav Kabesa practically does it all. He's always there wishing the best for me, and always has my back. Thank you, Rav Kabesa. Rav Kabesa. Rav Kabesa. I have an awesome privilege having Rav Gold as my Meshiv, as also a Madrich. Rav Gold is always around, and he's always with the guys, always go up to him, always nice sitter, always sticking around to help guys. My favorite time spent with Rav Gold is, of course, every morning. I have the privilege of Rav Gold being my alarm clock, asking me if I'm alive, and saying, "Morning."
Thank you so much, Rav Gold, for being an amazing Rebbe. At times, when we don't understand the Gemara, you always help out to make it much easier with great enthusiasm, with great detail. And also, sometimes I wake up late for Shachar and Shir, so you just got a gun, so don't shoot me with it. But also, Ramini pizza is the best pizza. Morning. Thank you, Rav Gold.
I want to start off saying thank you to Rav Herschel for a great year so far, helping me grow, having great times, fun times, playing ball with me on the same team, helping me with Gemara a lot, helping me and Adam, my Chavrusa, inviting us to his house all the time, just the way he thinks and helps us. He means well. He's great. He's fine and great.
Thank my Rebbe, Rav Herschel, for everything you've done for me this year, for all the times we had fun together, for everything that we do, for being probably one of the best rebbeim I've ever had in my life, for always trying to get us to motivate us, waking us up, even going in our room. I want to thank you for that. You never made me feel bad for 1 second. That's the kind of rabbi we have in our yeshiva, Rav Herschel. So thank you so much, Rav Herschel.
What's up, Myron? Just want to thank you for everything that you've done for all of us and for me. Myron, you're the most hardworking madrich who really keep this yeshiva running. I'm not just saying that. I really admire your nice personality. I could definitely learn a lot from you. You made it a point to know every single guy in the yeshiva, and that really means something to all of us. So I just want to thank you for being there for all of us, and for me especially, and for changing my yeshiva experience drastically. Thank you so much.
I think everyone in this yeshiva, when they hear of like a superstar Majich, Avram Nayan comes to mind. Always like such a cheerful guy whenever I'm in a down mood or anything. He's really just always doing the best for everybody and always with a smile on his face, and really has an incredible impact on this yeshiva.
Last year, towards the end of my Shana Aleph, I went to our Menahel Berg and I asked for some suggestions. And without hesitation, he took me out of his room and walked me straight into Rav Glanz's office. And he said, "Rav Glanz, this is Eitan Markovitz. He's your new Talmud." Immediately, I hopped onto the Derech HaLimud. I began to love Gemara along with our Sholem Yeshiv Rav Elberger. And Rav Glanz really taught me a new Mahalach, taught me how to learn, not just how to learn, how to love learning. Rav Glanz, just thank you for everything you've meant to me as a Rebbe, as a mentor, as a person to talk to. And yeah, thank you so much for the last year plus.
One of my favorite things about Rav Glanz is his curiosity. He has like a total fascination for the world. He just wants to learn about everything, know about everything, and he wants to teach about everything. That brings like an amazing vibe to this year, which I can't thank you enough for. It's irreplaceable. Thank you, Rick.
Sapper, I'm so lucky to be able to learn every day Bechvrusa with you in the base. While learning together with you, I've grown so much in my learning and improving my technical skills in reading Gemara and Rishonim. Watching you show up every day to the base is showing me a real-life example of what it means that Torah is a lifelong endeavor. I plan on taking all of the lessons that I've gained through learning with me for the rest of my life.
I have the great pleasure of sitting next to Avi Mori every single day during morning Seder. I watch him come in, sit down, he starts learning right away with zero hesitation, completely believe Atala the entire time. And it's amazing because he could be doing so many other things, and this is what he chooses to do at this time, because this is something that he feels is so integral to who he is. He really is a true inspiration, incredible role model, and I hope he realizes the impact that he has on everybody around him.
Schultz, on behalf of myself and the entire Yeshiva, really cannot thank you enough for all the time and energy that you dedicate towards us. You're always available to talk and answer any questions that we have. I don't know how many Talmidim relate to the Rebbe regarding public transportation on the light rail or bus, about smelling the pole right before you leave. On behalf of myself and the entire Yeshiva, thank you so much for all you've done for us.
Schultz, what we love about you is that how willing you are to dedicate your time to each Talmud. We even have a chavrusa at night, learning Chassidus one-on-one. Yair Ashendorf came in and dropped off a Chinese package, and Rav opened it, and it was just a piece of lanyard. And you're literally glowing as like a 5-year-old in a candy store. I learned a lot from it, just to see Simchas Chaim from something as small as just a little string. And I think we all see that in Rav, and hopefully it continues to be like that for many years.
Thank you so much, Rav David, for helping me this year, for pushing me to learn, to be a better person, to better my hashkafa, and not just me, everyone in the shir. Thank you, Rav David, so much for just being an amazing role model and an amazing Rebbe.
Sports like this, Rav David. Rav Glanz likes to say that he doesn't have a Sholem Yeshiv, he has a co-Rebbe, and that's exactly right. Rebbe, thank you so much for everything you do for our shir. Also, Rebbe, thank you so much to you and the Rebbetzin for letting the guys come over for like home spots, Shabbos, letting us show up to YY. Thank you so much for always having your house open to us.
Fox, I don't even know where to begin. You've done so much for us. For me personally, I'm blessed to have you as my Rav. I feel very super close to you. You make all of us feel just so special and so independent. And you're always there to help us whenever we need you. No matter what you're in the middle of, no matter what we're doing, you're always there to drop anything that you're in the middle of just to come and help us. So thank you so much for everything you've done.
So Fox, or as some people know you as the famous Rav Yoni, I just want to thank you for everything you've been doing. You've dedicated your time to us. The Sunday night Makoros are the highlight of my week. It's just incredible that you really love each person and dedicate so much time to everyone. So we just wanted to say thank you.
Rav Josh, there's so much that I could say about you, and there's so much that I'm thankful to you for. When I was going through a rough time last year, trying to decide in yeshivas, you were the one who helped me. You were the one who helped me get in. You're the reason that I'm here. So I really have so much to thank you for, on some that I can't even put into words. But thank you so much, Rav Josh.
Just something that I've seen about Rav Dorfman is that he's a person who is learning most of his day, and then after all of his learning in Kollel, he makes an effort and pushes himself in order to come to Mevaseret and teach Talmidim, whether it's the Pirkei Avos shir, the Hachaf Abura. And even when he's not even feeling up to it, he pushed himself to teach and to give it his all. Really appreciate everything that you do for Mevaseret. Thank you, Rebbe.
Dorfman, thank you so much for everything you've done for us this year. It's really incredible how much effort you put into us and how much love you show us. The incredible amounts of positivity that you put into this yeshiva, into all the guys, into all the shiurim that you give us. The optional shiur at night has really changed the way that I look at halacha, and it really helps that Rebbe's here to schmooze with us all the time, and I know guys get so much out of it. Thank you so much, Rebbe.
Green, I just wanted to say thank you so much for being my Kiyas Rebbe. It's an honor to have you as a Rebbe. Your pre-shiurs are awesome and inspiring, and I love to come to them every day. You're always there in the base whenever we need you around, and you're there to explain things for us well and clearly. And I appreciate the Thursday comes. It's a lot. They're a lot of fun and inspiring. Thank you for everything you do for me.
Unlikely, you see a Rebbe like Rav Green so devoted to his Talmidim. First year Rebbe, he's a rookie. It's crazy out here. Rav Green, you invited us to your house for Shabbos. Beautiful Shabbos. Neil's my guy. We dapped. Thank you so much for everything you've done this year and hopefully in the years to come. Rav Green, thank you.
Avichai, Avbayis, as most people would say, Avbayit, as you and Rav Levi would say. I really cannot thank you enough for the kesher that we were able to develop this year. Obviously, the whole yeshiva thanks you for everything that you do. Shabbos sign out, taking away alcohol, saving the children, as they say. But really, from a personal level, thank you. Being able to run to the store to pick up some fish with you that would die a week later, coming over to your house late at night, chilling, schmoozing in your office, playing PS4, everything besides learning. It was really, I feel like super lucky to have been able to develop a very close kesher with you, be part of your Madrich staff, along with Nair and Sherman and myself. It was really an incredible year. I really have to thank you so much, Avichai. I really appreciate everything that you have done for me and for the yeshiva, and much hatzlacha in the years to come. Thank you, Avichai.
I feel very fortunate to having been introduced Rabbi Sha'arei Rebbe into my life, into yeshiva this year. He's really just something out of this world. To see someone who is completely mevata himself to the Torah, and whose like only goal in life is to be in Oved Hashem. Like you see that he's like really tapping into what his tachlis in creation is, and to like see someone who's living and being authentic and is so devoted to Torah and such a big Talmid Chacham. I'm very fortunate to have him in my life. I think it's a very big bracha. Love you. Very happy to have you in my life.
Rabbi, I just want to appreciate how well you come into morning Seder every day. Super energetic, no matter how tired you look, how dim your eyes are, how much you're like yelling at us for the MS. We want the true MS. How your veins pop out shows how much you're dedicated to us, no matter what happens. Love your 5:30s are great, and obviously, how could you forget Fire Mus? I love how you spit the MS at us no matter what, and it's all for the Talmidim. That's the mindset.
Samson, without you, I won't be able to do literally anything in shir. Thank you for coming over and explaining everything to us in Seder. Appreciate you. Love you. Thank you.
Erev Samson, one thing I love about you is even when I'm spending all of my time in the base and in shir playing chess on my phone, you'll never give up on me, and you'll wait for me, and you'll still have the same energy when you come back and teach with me. So thank you for never giving up on me.
Coming into yeshiva, I didn't really have much expectations of Rebbeim, who I wanted to kesher with. I didn't really know anything. And about the second week of yeshiva, I decided I really wanted to move up to the Rosh Yeshiva shir. I wanted to really work on myself and grow. And I never would have expected to have such a kesher with the Rosh as I have right now. I just want to say thank you so much, Rabbi, for being such an amazing Rebbe, and I can't wait to have a lifelong kesher. Yeah, thank you very much.
Rabbi, Ravizitsin, thank you for everything you do in this yeshiva. It's extremely rare when you see a Rosh Yeshiva who's normally just supposed to be the face of the franchise and just super involved with every kid, trying to create a kesher with every talmid he has. Learned the third parak, the first Mishnah, Minach that's a Kad. I had no idea what a Kad was, but did pretty solid, I think. And here I am now. So Rabbi, thank you for everything you've done for me and this entire yeshiva, because this yeshiva would not be any close to what it is without you. Thank you, Rabbi.
Rav Levi, I don't know where to start. You walk into yeshiva, you see him in the morning, and he just greets you. He daps you up, gives you the craziest smile you've ever seen. Changes your entire morning. You can have a slow morning, he'll change it up like crazy. All this fun come together under Rav Levi in his house, and we sing, and we have food, and develop Torah. It's amazing. He treats us all as part of his family, and not as just Talmidim. Thank you, Rav Levi, for all that you do for me and for all this Fardim in this yeshiva and the whole yeshiva and as a whole. You changed the energy in this place.
I just want to say thank you so much for everything you do, for the yeshiva, for me, for all the kids. You're really an incredible Rebbe. You always give so much time to all the students. You always give time for us to just feel good and talk. And you've given me an amazing year. You're an amazing rabbi, and I really appreciate everything you've been able to do for me and for everyone else. Thank you so much, Rebbe.
Along with all the Talmidim in the yeshiva, we want to say
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.